welcome back. We are in the newly renovated Reed House. I'm with Robert Parks of TU Parks. He is fourth generation Parks in the construction industry. And Robert and I go back a long ways. We've been friends for a long time since we were kids. Our families are very close, and we've been working with them for I don't even know how many years. I think it's been 40 plus years.
Longer than I've been on this earth.
Yeah, me too. And I think, our fathers have worked together, our grandparents had worked together. So we've got a lot of history. And I thought it'd be really fun to talk to Robert about him, his business, and their legacy here in the Chattanooga area. I've read on average the success of family businesses declines considerably after the first generation, and I think it says a lot about Robert's company and his family's business that they've kept it going as strong for four generations and many more to come. So Robert, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you for that intro, Ramsey. So I am from Chattanooga. Born and raised. Yep. The only time I've ever not lived here was when I went to Auburn, so War Eagle.
Okay.
I kind of, as you said, I'm growing into the fourth generation at TU Parks. Ever since I was born, I've always liked playing with my hands. I've never really questioned what I wanted to do in life. So, fortunately, I've had those easy decisions. I know a lot of people don't, but I've loved construction. Always wanted to go and do that, and that's why I'm where I am now. Started off, I believe I started estimating, and it wasn't 3 or 4 months after I got back here, we got a very big job at a local hospital. Mm-hmm. It was a joint venture with a large contractor in Birmingham, and I quickly moved from that estimating role to I was going into the project management side, and eventually moved out of the office and went over to on site at the hospital for I think it was about 4 years.
So you made the jump pretty quick.
Made the jump pretty quick, and we were the minority partner in that JV role. So
right.
I really worked for them, so I learned a lot.
Great experience.
Great experience working for they do billions. I'm not sure. In volume every year. So I learned a lot.
Yes.
Something that kind of education, Auburn was great, but what I learned in those 4 years, I'm able to bring back to the smaller family company.
Right. Yep.
And hopefully pass on to the Chattanooga families.
Yes.
It was invaluable experience. And I do it again tomorrow. So this is the connector to the banners. That's a temporary.
Tell us a little bit about the company, TU Parks, and the history and where you are now, and where you see it going.
So TU Parks was established in 1944.
So my 75 years.
75 years this year.
This year.
It's a big year.
Huge accomplishment.
2019, and
wow.
We actually are moving offices this year.
Really?
So
that's exciting.
Did you know that?
No, I actually didn't.
But anyway, this year is our 75th year.
That's awesome.
Thomas Hewlin is the TU.
Okay.
I get that question a lot.
Yeah, I don't think I ever knew that.
Yeah, and he's my great grandfather.
Right.
Just him. Following in his footsteps was my grandfather and his brother, CA and Homer.
Right.
My dad, who's currently CEO, and so it's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. Love doing.
And not a lot of people can say their job is fun, but I think you knew from an early age that construction was in your blood, and you don't think of it as like a job. You think of it as I get to go do this every day.
Like to that, haven't always done hospital. We're in the Reed House.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we did this.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
At the end of this project, it was crunch time, and I came to work in my Carhartts and t-shirt. I brought all my tools, and the day I spent most of the day in one of the mezzanine bathrooms, changing out some light fixtures,
good
scraped some floors.
Yeah.
What else did I do?
No job is too low
I
for
did a
you.
few other things that day.
Yeah. Hey,
But that is what I really enjoyed.
don't worry, I'm not filming you. No. Actually. What does it mean to you to be a part of a family business?
I think being a part of a family business is special. You don't, especially a family business that's been around so long, there's so many relationships that come along with it.
Yep.
So relationships in the city are very important. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, in today's world especially, everything's so complicated. You go get into the big not that there's anything wrong with the big corporations.
Right.
But with the big corporations comes paperwork, red tape,
Yep. Hierarchy. Yep.
Politics, and we all kind of work it out together, figure out what's best for us and what's best for the community, because the
Yeah.
community, that's where we live.
Exactly. Yep. We're the same.
So we want to make decisions that work best for the community.
Based on that.
Yep.
And I think that's a really, really important point, that being a business, we are flexible and we're agile enough to be able to adjust and depending on our customers' needs.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
But they were where we work in.
Oh, like sweet.
So the most here we go with the
Yeah. What advice would you give other family businesses?
So the way I want to word this, I'm very strong, I guess, willed. I always think that my way, I've learned a lot, shared a lot since working.
Yeah.
My way's not always the right way. You know, we haven't made it 75 years because of what I did. So all these practices and methods and procedures that my forefathers
Right,
have
yeah.
put in place may not be all that bad. Yes, you have to change and adapt with the world,
Right. Yep.
but you don't always have to change how you do things.
Yeah.
And I think that plays a lot into trust that the community has with a company.
Right.
And a lot of our repeating clients keep coming back to us because they know they can trust us. We'll get the job done. And so back to my advice that I would give somebody is, if you are coming into a family business or you're already in a family business and it's running smooth, yes, you can make some change, but
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah.
Is it necessary?
Right.
Don't
Yeah.
just change it because
Just to change.
just to change it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, and I think you make a really good point that it's important to make the appropriate changes when necessary, but look to the history. Use that as kind of like your building blocks
That's your guide.
to the future. You know,
that's-
things are moving so much faster than they were 50 years ago.
Right.
But it's important not to forget. How has Brock Insurance helped grow your business?
Brock has always been there. You know, it goes back to the trust and relationships. We've been partners since, I don't know, before I was on the side.
A long time.
And you grow that relationship and you grow that trust, and each entity is always there for the other one.
Yeah.
An example that I would never forget, back when I was helping estimate a job, I can't remember what it was. It was not long after I got out of school. We forgot the bid bond. And that's pretty important.
Very important.
They will basically throw your bid in the trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it was
You have
your
to go
dad.
with it. Yeah.
He brought it to me
At
at
the bid.
before they,
Like right before.
when I before we turned it in.
Yeah.
I realized it was not an envelope because we kind of do the double check when you
Yeah.
sit in
Right.
the car.
Yeah.
And I don't know how fast he went. I'm sure he broke some laws, but he got it there.
He was he was ready to go.
Yeah.
And
I don't think we were low bidder, so it was all a waste of time. But
still, that's an experience.
That's the point.
Yeah, right, exactly. But that's an experience that you won't soon forget. And
No.
hopefully there's been a few of those over the years.
Yes, I'm sure there's been many more.
Yeah.
But that's why we have no interest in going out and finding Joe Schmo insurance for.
Right.
Because we know y'all are there for us anytime we need you.
Well, that's years, and hopefully you and I can keep that going for
I hope
20,
so.
30 more years to
Hope
go.
so. That's right.
Thanks so much for being a part of all of this, and y'all did an incredible job on this building, and look forward to the next project.
Thank you, Ramsey.